So this is just a little demonstration of how to use the clean trading template that I've created. Okay, so if you click to this link, it will take you to this page here. Okay, and this is exactly how you're going to see it when you load in. It's going to say view only. You can't click on anything here. Okay, this looks very simple, as if there's nothing there. First rule is to open and make a copy. Okay, save it as template or whatever you'd like. Just get it saved to your drive, and it will open up a new tab with your perfectly fresh trading template. Okay, you'll be greeted once it loads with a set of instructions on how to use this. Okay, I'll go over quickly and tell you exactly how and why you should use it the way that I've set it out. If you are equipped with computers, you might be able to make this even better, but this is how I use it currently. Okay, so onto the first page. This is where we'll collect our data. Okay, we'll have our pair, the date the trade was opened, day of the week, date closed, time, session, direction, so whether we're or not we're bullish or bearish. uh, don't really use this, but this is pro trend or counter trend. I don't use that personally. We've got our sections here, which will make more sense in a minute when I explain them. And just over here to the right, we have our result, how much RR we was targeting, if it won or lost, did the trade hit TP if we closed early, and here we have our sections again, which I'll explain now. Okay, so if you click here, it will open up this, it will expand this section. Okay, here we have the dates. This is how the dates need to be inputted, so you can copy and paste. Once you copy and paste, you can click on the date and edit to the exact day that you're trading from. Okay, this is the week. So example, if we open up that week there, this is an example that I made earlier. Okay, so we have our pair, any pair that you're trading, depending on what it is. Obviously, you input it this sort of way. You can copy exactly how it is. Doesn't really make too much difference, but there is certain things that need to be done exactly the same. For instance, the date needs to be put in like this. The time needs to be put in exactly like this. This all makes sense to you once I get to the later part of the video. Okay, we've got our session here. I have these parts and these parts of the sessions that I personally would trade. So that's why I have them set out like this. We've got direction, long or short, so bullish or bearish, same thing. Again, like I said, I don't use this, so I wouldn't tick it. Okay, for an example here that I've done earlier, we've got our weekly, are we weekly market maker model, or are we on a daily market maker model? Let's just say, for instance, we're on a daily. Okay, that gives us one tick. Now, this tick list is something I use personally to decide whether or not I'm going to get into the trade. Okay, I have another file which I have a checklist on as well, which will be uploaded shortly. But for now, this is how you should be ticking, and whether or not you have what you want to see is dependent on whether or not you're going to take the trade. Okay, so if you don't have a daily continuation or a daily market maker model or a weekly continuation or a weekly market maker model, you know that that pair isn't going to give you a valid setup. With that being said, you can trade the 1 hour model, so you don't actually need this target. Okay, so me personally, for an A plus setup, which is all I actually trade, I like to have one of these four things ticked, if not more. Okay, but you can just have the 1 hour model or the 4 hour model and tick that off and edit this to 1 hour and 4 hour. Okay, so in this example, let's just say we had a daily 1 hour market maker model or a daily market maker model down to the 1 hour and then onto the 5 minute time frame. Let's say we have a 1 hour point of interest, so an FVG is tagged into, prices came back below the high. Let's say we're going, oh no, this example we're long, so let's say we've gone below the low, previous hour's low, closed back above, so that would be our point of interest tagged and giving us our entry model. We've had liquidity taken, sweeping that previous candle's low, and a lower time frame entry would be market structure shift and a distribution to the upside, leaving an FVG. Okay, very simple. You just tick this off depending on whether or not you have it or not. Here you would tick 1R hit if you hit that in your trade, and you put your pips, stop and take profit, and then what I target is a 2R all the time, so 2% gain. Okay. We also have another tick thing here: win, loss, or break even. Dependent on this will depend on how how this data window slide looks. Okay. Over here we have our weekly, so a higher time frame area, which is what we would do here is we will comment, we will put monthly, and then we insert a monthly chart. Okay, we do weekly, and we insert a weekly chart. Okay, if we don't have all of them, that's fine. We can go down to the daily. We also have got here daily. Okay, so most of the time, the way I trade for an A+ setup, you need one or the other. Okay, you need one of these to give you a high probability trade. You need to have direction, and the higher time frame gives us that. Okay, so you'd have that, and you'd insert off of trading view. You would insert your link, so it'd be copy link. Okay, and then that will then implement your trade, and then you'll have the images there forever. You can do that with the 1 hour exactly the same way. You'd comment, you put your 1 hour chart in. Let's say 1 hour chart view is exactly how I do it. And then I'll put my link, insert link, okay. And your market maker model and, sorry, not market maker model, your market structure shift and distribution to the upside, FVG left behind gives you an entry model. You would then put your, let's say you have a 5M entry chart view, and then again, insert the link, okay. Once you do that, you're then onto your running trade. Let's say the trade's running from, what time did this trade open? I believe it was 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Okay, so let's say at 2:40 p.m. Let's say here we'd have running trade, and then we'd say 3 p.m. And then what I would do is I'd again insert chart link, and then I would put some sort of note, bullish FEGs being respected, something along them lines. Okay, let me show you an example with TradingView just to show you what I mean by inserting links. Okay, so you obviously load up your TradingView just like you normally would. This normally when you're going to be journaling, you'll be in a trade anyways, or getting close to getting into a trade. Okay, so let's say this is the chart you was looking at. As you can see, I had annotations on from my live trade today anyways. But let's say here you would take a snapshot. You'll copy link. Okay, when you copy that link, we'll go back to the 1 hour for the example. Okay, look, 1 hour, insert link. Okay, here all you do is just insert that link there. Okay, save it. Once that's saved, you have this forever in your journal. Okay, you can press that anytime, and it'll give you the exact chart image that you saved. Okay. Now, the next part that I need to explain is obviously dependent on what you put into these statistical sections here. So you got your 5.3 stop, you got a take profit of 10.6 pips, okay, and then 2:40 p.m. was the trade, and on the 6th of January, okay. This here is where this goes to another level, okay. Here we'll see the exact trade that we took, okay. It was this one, this example here. One trade, one win, New York session. Now this here is automated to the data you put in, okay. I have another trade example, I believe, in another one of these sections. I don't actually think it was on January. And in that section, yes, exactly, here it was. So London session, I just wanted to do it to show different times, okay? So we've got two trades, as you can see. You've got Euro JPY trade up here on the 6th of the 1st, which is 6th of January. And then the 25th of March, say, for example, 2025, we have a trade at 1 p.m. Okay, what you can see is here, if we scroll down, you have the exact times of them trades. Look, between 1 and 2 p.m. and between 2 and 3 p.m. What this will do is it will automate every trade you put into that section, will automate into here and give you a nice statistical view of your win rate, your returns, how many losses you've taken, how many wins you've had, and your break evens. I think, if I'm not wrong in speaking, the break evens you have to input yourself. So that would be like, let's say after 50 trades, you've took 5 break evens. You would just put that in there. Obviously, it doesn't interfere with your win rate anyway, so maybe you might not take break evens even. And I believe the total also has to be added up manually. But this, and all of these other like stop sizes and time of day, they're all automated. Okay, same with the returns for the months. Okay, as you can see, if I go back to that one on March, this one down here, and I clear this section, let's say clear row. Okay, if I clear that, you see March has come off. Okay, and again, if I clear this row here, we will have nothing in our chart. Okay, clear row, and as you can see, it's just a fresh. There's no trades taken. Again, like I said, this one has to be edited manually. Okay, so that's a basic rundown of how the trade works, how this trading template works. It's a really clean journal. As I've put in here, on the data page below on the bottom left, so this part here, rows number 500 will consist of a blank monthly template, okay? Let me show you an example of what I mean by that, because I don't want people to get confused. This number 500 will have a monthly template, okay? Just like this. We can close the whole month like that. Let's just say, for example, we got up to, so April, because that's the next month that I didn't do for you guys because I want you to work it out yourself. You will open that like that, okay? Then you will put your date in. So let's say you will go the 1st of the 4th, 2025, okay? Then when you click that now, it should give you the date, okay? Then you just move it over to the 1st of April, and there you go, okay? Then from there on, you would copy and paste, and let's say that was a Tuesday, wasn't it? So you put it there, and then on Wednesday, you'd copy and paste that, and you just edit the date, okay? So the Wednesday was the 2nd, okay? And again, you just copy and paste, and you put it in there, okay? Very simple, really easy to use. And like I said, they're important to do the dates and the times in the way that I've shown. So the time would be like this, 1:05 p.m. Okay. When you put that in, the data will go into this data window. Okay. As long as you've obviously got other inputs in as well, it will put it in. Okay. But it needs to be written out in the same way that I've shown in the examples above. Okay. Also, as you can see, if I go back up, let's clear this because obviously we don't want that to be like that. If we go back up, you don't have to have these closed. You can have these expanded. Okay. I just like to have them closed because it makes it nice and easy. Obviously, you could also have the months in the future closed if you like, and just have each of these weeks open. Personally, I have it all closed, and I just have out the week that I'm trading. So we're on this week here in real time as I speak. So I would have this trade week open. We're on a Tuesday. A trade I took today would be this. So I'd have this exact thing written in, which I do in my journal. Okay. And then tomorrow, let's say I was looking at EU and we took a trade, I would have it exactly like this. Okay. It's really, really simple to use. It's really effective. It gives you a really good detailed view on what works. Also, with this, you can filter things out. So you can filter it so that you only see winning trades. You can filter it so that you only see trades that have daily market maker models, etc., etc. Okay. Don't forget that it's really key to put your notes. Okay. So you just right click and you comment. Make sure that once you're done typing, you always press comment. Okay. And it will save everything that you put. And that won't be removed unless you selectively go and remove it. Okay. And like I said, all of the data you input on this data chart automatically goes onto the data window. Okay, so these will all come up and down depending on how well you're doing. These will need editing themselves, so that's fine. You can do that on the days and at the end of the day. It's very simple. And the rest of the stats and the charts will update automatically. Okay, I hope that gives a good view on how to use it. It's very simple and very fast and effective for your trading journey.